Playwright Showcase was a collaboration between writers and actors and directors to bring student work to the stage. So I had a piece that I wrote along with other students who had pieces, and we were assigned directors based on their knowledge of our piece after they had read it and analyzed it, and the writers and directors collaborated together to cast the show and bring the show to life. And it was a staged reading that people actually came and they saw the performances, and I went every night and could see how audience reacted to my piece, which is unbelievably helpful because I know now certain places where I should tweak things more. It was an incredible experience. The whole idea of creating something and watch it come to being from all the way from the page to the stage was amazing, because I saw my own work that I had somewhere in the depths of my brain fall out onto the paper, and then actually got to watch the actors create all of it from the very beginning and watch the director's process, and it was just the coolest thing ever. The Silver Center for the Arts is where most of my classes have been all 4 years of school. It's been amazing being able to work in all the different spaces they have. There's the Hanaway Theater, which is a large proscenium space. There's the Studio Theater, which is a smaller black box theater thrust stage, so with 3 sides of audience. And then there's the Recital Hall, which is a much smaller proscenium kind of space. And I've been able to work in all 3 of them, which is amazing. The first show I did was the Drowsy Chaperone. As a freshman here, I was in the ensemble, and it was really cool getting to work with all the upperclassmen in a show, especially in a musical. And it being in the studio theater, it was nice to work in a different kind of a setting than I was used to, because in high school it's always just the general proscenium stage, which is not what most theaters are, so that was interesting. I did Orpheus in the Underworld then, sophomore year, in the Hanaway Theater, so that was back to the proscenium. And it was an entirely different experience, and it was 2 different directors, so that was also really good because I got to work with different people cast-wise and directorially and design and everything. And then junior year I did stage management. I assistant stage managed Les Mis in Hanaway and stage managed Avenue Q in Studio Theater, which was awesome to be able to be on the other side of it than I'm used to in both spaces. And then we just did 3 Penny and Forum. And those are the last 2 productions, which were 1 of each in each theater. 3 Penny Opera was definitely different from, I think, most shows I've done, also working with a different director, using viewpoints and things like that to kind of create from the ground up all of the ideas and themes. And my character in particular was not really written in, so it was sort of created with the cast and with the director from the theme that we were putting into the show. So it was really cool. I felt kind of like the life of the show itself, and through dance we kind of re-spoke all of the themes that are written into it already. I have worked with 4 different directors here. Paul Mrazka, Beth Daly, Elizabeth Daly, Fran Page, and Sharon Paquette. I worked with Trish Lindbergh for Tiger. I did the transitions show that they do for the incoming freshmen with her. I have definitely worked with a bunch of different people, both in terms of theater and dance, and music as well. I've worked with Dr. Arecki. I have worked with Emily Jaworski in musical direction settings. I've worked with Dan Perkins in terms of music technique. For dance, we have Amanda Whitworth, Lisa Travis, Lenore Souza, and they all do, Ashley Landeroche, and they all do completely different styles as well. So it's not just the different people, it's also different techniques and styles and different backgrounds that they're drawing from to teach us. So we have so many different points of views coming at us, and we can pick and choose bits to create our own persona in the arts. I have performed in 3 contemporary dance ensemble shows. They are faculty and student created pieces that we spend the whole semester rehearsing and creating with them. and then we bring it up to a final product that's performed for whoever wants to come see. Initially, I would like to be auditioning for things and get myself as a performer out there, because I think that's something that right out of school and as a younger person, I want to jump right into that before I kind of run out of my performance time, because I think, especially in terms of the dancing, as I age, it's going to be harder for me to find positions doing that. So I want to start with the performance aspect of things, and as I work through, hopefully, getting jobs and performing, I would like to still be writing on the side and hopefully eventually be submitting full finished works to see if I can get anything published or performed anywhere. I think that in terms of auditioning and creating things, it's all about collaboration and working together, both student with faculty or student with student. It's not about one person looking the best. It's not about the star of the show. It's about everyone making everyone else look good. Whether it's two actors on stage at the same time working off of each other, or a student costume designer or tech designer or anything making another designer look good and having their creations mesh together to create the whole picture. It's all about just making each other look good. I think that being in this program has shown me that there are so many ins and outs of the world of the performing arts and so many sides to things, and I have developed a knowledge of many of them so that I could turn in any direction and find, hopefully, a job here in stage management, or something over here dancing, or something somewhere else directing and somewhere else writing for something. And I can love every aspect of every side of it, and I feel equipped with the knowledge to understand all of the sides of it. And I think because of that education, I also appreciate the fact that each one of those things is equally important and necessary to create anything in the performing arts.